becoming the person you need to be to hit the vision only you can see. Hi, my name is Casey Golan, and for the past 25 years, I've been coaching business owners on how to achieve epic business growth. And what I want to talk about today is the part of who you need to become to achieve that vision that you've got. You're here, your vision is there. The quickest way to get to achieve that vision is in a straight line. But what most people do is do this. Go forward and go back and then sabotage and then procrastinate. Quickest way is to take action. Clear, concise, specific action intended to achieve the goal. So how do you do that? By becoming the person you need to become to achieve the vision that you can see. So let's unpack this, who you need to become. I cut it into two halves. There's self and there's service. So part of what you need to do to become someone is, at the start, you need to become yourself. And then once you become yourself, you realize that you're in service. So these two parts here, let's just unpack them a little bit. So this part here, which is the self bit. Now, normally you have a problem. And the problem is you want to provide for yourself. You want to make some money, or you want to make a bit of a difference, or you want to express who you are and you want to start a business. So you go into starting a business. And then you work out that it's a massive personal development program. And so there's a couple of elements you need to get in check there to be able to get to the point where you can solve the problem you're wanting to solve, which is for yourself. And so you want to be able to start a business, you want to be able to work a certain amount of hours, you want to have time with your friends, maybe then your family, and you want to make good money. So part of what we need to do is we need to clean up what's in you. So the quickest way to get from here to there is a straight line. So the quickest way to be able to do that is to go to work on yourself and clear up what happens in your mind, what your thoughts are, and what your internal talk is. To clear up what you say about yourself, to yourself when no one's around, but also to everyone else. Then we need to clear up what it is you actually do. What are the actions that you are taking? So the action you want to take is towards your vision. But if you're taking action because you're procrastinating and you're going north or you're going south rather than going this way to your target, you're not going to get there. And it's going to take time. And for most of you, this is resonating really hard right now. Because what happens is you're not moving to the target, you're moving around, you're looking busy, but you're not getting to where it is you need to get to. And this period of time could take months, or it could take years, could take decades. So the actions that you take, the things that you say, the words that you say, the thoughts that you think become the character that you are, and the character becomes the destiny. So let's look at what you need to do with your words. I had this big time. I was predominantly very negative, and essentially the overall arching thing here is you want to turn your negative self-talk and the negative thoughts that you have into positive self-talk and positive words that you have. And I'm here to tell you, what you need to do is get to the point where they are predominantly positive. When you start, you might not be aware of exactly what's going on in your mind. And I want you to become aware of it. Awareness is the first step. So start writing down what are the thoughts that are coming to you about yourself, about what it is you're doing, about what other people are doing, about how you're feeling. Write them down. The first step is to just start writing them down. And just write them down. And then go and assess them. Are they negative or are they positive? And from that, you can see whether you are predominantly positive or predominantly negative. And those negative things are what we need to capture. And then we need to turn them into positive. So how do you do that? You need to be able to capture them and say, hey, that's not me. I am this. Or, hey, this is not who I need to be to get to this vision. I need to think this way. because of this reason. So you start to capture and crush those negative thoughts and turn them into positive. It's really a self-help thing. What you're doing is you're transmuting that negative into a positive so you can correct your path and go forward. So we work from, just a couple little bits there on your thoughts. So then we work to the words that you say. What do you say out loud? Do you, are you skeptical? Do you say skeptical things? Are you reserved, where you don't say the things that you feel? Are you aggressive in the things that you say? Are you assertive in the things that you say? Are the things that you say to people predominantly positive or predominantly negative? Start writing them down, just like your thoughts, and start doing a checkup from the neck up about what it is that is coming through your mouth. And the same thing, we need to capture those positive and negative, but particularly the negative, and change them into words that are serving you moving towards where it is that you're going and what it is your vision. So then we look at what it is that you're doing. Now, I've been a big procrastinator. Why? Because I had a part of myself that I denied myself, and what that ended up happening was I had a massive fear of what people would say to me. And that was a massive fear because once I felt criticized or judged, I went into complete self-loathing. Complete self-loathing for 30 freaking years. That was in me, that I denied. I was unaware of it. Other people could see it. Other people could see the great in me, but were amazed at how I was doing amazing things, but I wasn't doing it at the level that they could see that I could do it. And I was unaware of my subconscious, and I needed to become aware of that. And part of that was through my actions. And my wife would point out, why are you procrastinating? Why can't you just go and get this thing done? And I thought I needed to get everything externally all set up so then I could execute. Or I needed the perfect weather. Or I needed all this perfect equipment. But perfection leads to pain. And pain is the answer, because in the pain is in the fix. Or the fix is in the pain. So what I started doing was the internal work, and working with people to help me understand what it is that I had, and eventually what it is. It was a feared part of myself, or as Jung calls it, the shadow that I had denied and buried in my past, and thought I could just push on, and my will to do things could over things. But at some stage, the subconscious is going to steer you and overtake your consciousness. So no matter how bad you want it, you won't be able to do it because your subconscious is taking over. And it wasn't until I brought that dark into the light and fully integrated who I was, to completely love and accept myself for who I am, was I able to take action on the thoughts that I would get, on the messages that I would get, and make it happen like this, and love it. I absolutely love doing these videos because it's me. But when I had a part of me that hated me, I couldn't be me, because the hate was the fear that I stayed away from. So if I was going to express myself, I would fall into hate of self. And that hate of self prevented me from taking action. So the actions you take will show you where you need to work. So if you're going up, you're going down, you're going backwards, and you're not going forward, there's something within you, and it's usually in your subconscious and in the shadow. I call it the feared self. You've got the fake self and you've got the feared self. The feared self is what you don't want to bring up about yourself. You don't want to hear about yourself. Because if someone brings it up, it's massive criticism. It's massive judgment, and you don't want to go there. Why? Because that part of yourself has brought massive pain to you, and you'll do whatever you can to avoid that pain. But we need to bring it up, put it into light, integrate it, so you can move forward. It's just such a beautiful process. So the thoughts, the words, the actions we clean up, and that cleans up the character that you have to be able to move towards the vision that only you can see. And what I want to do is finish this video, and then we'll pick it up in the next one to talk about the part of service and how we can get that going. I love you. I 100% love and accept you for who you are, what you think, what you say, and what you do 100% of the time. You have greatness in you. It's time to do epic. Let's do it together. Let's go.